What is going on, everybody? This is Joe Maxey here with Maxco Dumpster Rentals. So I've rebranded. One of many eventful things that have happened since the last update. I'm sorry I haven't put out any content for you guys, but it has been really the last 3 months have been crazy, which 2.5 months ago is when I started my business. So that's not to say that I didn't know that some crazy was happening, but levels of crazy have just escalated. Mom was put into the hospital with COVID pneumonia. She's been, she's moved now from emergency room hospital to like long-term care facility type hospital. Excuse me. She's doing much better. Could be released as early as the end of this week, possibly next week. So thank the Lord, all that is good. My dog from when I started college, essentially, that I got as a puppy 11 years ago, just passed as well. He had, I don't know if it was quickly developed or the vet just didn't do a very good job of finding it, but he had developed cancer pretty bad. It was going through his bones. Very, very sad, very awesome dog. Love the dog to death. So, just a lot going on. And then on the business side of the conversation, I have made a couple changes. So originally my business is Maxco LLC. That's the official LLC. The DBA, which I actually own a few different DBAs for different reasons, was Maxco Trailer Services. Okay. Now I do run dump trailers, so trailer services seem to be right in line with what I was trying to relay. But when you look at it from the standpoint of the consumer, not from the business, it just didn't make sense, because when you formulate your business, you want it to be quickly and easily identifiable, right? So if I walked up to you on the street and said, hey, my name is Joe Maxey, I run Maxco Trailer Services, you go, oh, guy's probably got a trailer or two, performs a couple services, maybe he does deliveries, maybe he moves your goods, maybe he picks up scrap metal, maybe he delivers rock, maybe it's mulch, who knows. And then when I walk up to you and say, hey, my name's Joe Maxey, I own Maxco Dumpster Rentals, I mean, Lord bless you if you can't figure that one out, but that one, in my opinion, I rent dumpsters. It's quite literally that simple. Now, there are some really cool business names that I've heard of that don't necessarily hit you in the face quite as quickly as something like blank dumpster rentals. But I wanted that to be my branding, to make it really simple and people to quickly and easily identify it. Now, the other thing that goes into why I did the name change was SEO. So I am not an expert in SEO. I am a little bit more knowledgeable on SEO with every single day, because it's I would say my primary marketing and advertising long-term strategy is to maximize my Google SEO. But the thing that I learned after I had already started the business is you want things to be as universal, clone copied as possible every single time you put out a new citation or backlink or anything like that. If you don't know about citations and backlinks, I'm not the best to describe it, but in a short-term description, a citation would be like, Maxco Dumpster Rentals, this is my phone number, this is my address, this is my business hours, clone copied on as many sites as possible. So like, you want to have your Google My Business, your Facebook, your Yelp, your Yellow Pages, your you name it. If it's a place that you can post your information, generally for free, it doesn't have to be a paid site by any means. If you could post clone copy information, and from what I understand, that also includes the capital and lower cases. So don't think that you can go all crazy and, you know, have your business hours 30 minutes off on one site from the other. It's not going to work. You want to have it as perfectly clone copied. I do Maxco in full caps. I do dumpster with a capital D, rentals with a capital R, and that does not change anywhere I post it. Maxco Dumpster Rentals, the same capital and lowercase, same address, same phone number, same business hours. I don't actually always post my address because I don't have like a shop per se. I run it out of my house. So you're not going to find my address, but if I'm able to list an address and hide the address, that's going to be the same address every single time. A backlink would be a little bit different. So a backlink would be, for example, I write a little portion of my website that says, you know, I have 12, 15, 20 yard dumpsters. This is the stuff that is prohibited. This is how to figure how much weight you're gonna have. Maybe you throw in like an asphalt calculator, asphalt shingles, something along those lines, or a carpet calculator, something like that. And it's good content, and other people take that content and share it onto their own website or post it onto their social media. Anything that basically brings the internet back to your website would be a backlink. Now, I could be totally wrong. Google SEO guys are probably out there cringing right now, but that's my understanding. And basically over time you're building those up, and you want to get as many citations as possible, as many backlinks as possible, as many Google reviews as possible, and over time a combination of those three things primarily will build your Google listing up and get you toward the top so you can actually dominate the people in your area. Okay, so when I rebranded from Maxco Trailer Services to Maxco Dumpster Rentals, I did it with my long-term advertising strategy in the back of my head. Okay, now I still own Maxco Total Solutions. That would be what I would call kind of the top of the umbrella, and Maxco Dumpster Rentals is a brand inside the brand. Okay, so I still own MaxcoTotalSolutions.com. That's my website for everything not dumpster and junk related. So right now, if you were to go to MaxcoTotalSolutions.com, I do list my dumpster and junk removal service on there, but as soon as you click into the tab for those things, it brings you to Maxco Dumpster Rentals, which is my new site through DRS. So when I did the rebranding, was at the same time that I decided to switch. I'm currently still running Docket, and I am now live on DRS for the last, I think, 3 or 4 days. So DRS is more expensive up front. They are a fine-tuned website. So, I mean, obviously you can kind of customize your own website a little bit more personalized if you're the one in complete control, which I ran through Wix and still have the site through Wix currently, that I can tweak however I want to. DRS, I believe I'm allowed to tweak it, but that's more of the, you know, hey guys, this is what I want to get done, send it over to them. A handful of time later, they have updated and go live with your tweaks. So yeah, as I was saying, DRS a little bit more expensive up front. Docket does not have like a startup cost because Docket is only a management tool, right? DRS is an all-in-one. It's your website, it's your management tool, it's your merchant service. There's probably other stuff that I'm not even thinking of. It's your scheduler, your appointment booking. I can do direct booking online, which I couldn't do through Wix. No matter what I tried, I couldn't go longer than 99 hours on Wix and keep a reasonable schedule through the website. So online booking was not an option, which for a long-term strategy, I don't think is a very good fit. Now, DRS is also higher in the monthly cost, but when you look at, you know, your website, your merchant service, your management tool, it's not that much more than what I would be paying for like a Docket, as an example. I've never used Workies. I've heard Workies is pretty good too. Docket, I will still go out there and say, fantastic program. I was actually amazed at how affordable it was, and how easy to work with it was and intuitive it was, but it just didn't do some of the functions that I thought were important for a long-term game plan. And I figured while I'm in the middle of this rebranding process, I want to get online booking running because I'm a one-man show. I do have my wife who could help me with some scheduling and stuff like that, But we're currently raising he's about to be 19 months old in 2 days, so currently raising a 19-month-old, and she's about a month and a half out from baby number 2. So it's a busy time right now. I'm trying to grow my business, trying to get this thing as functional as possible before baby number 2 comes. I am super excited for what is to come. It's you know, kind of awesome to even think about what's coming around the corner, but it's also a lot of stress all at the same time. So I have spent more money over the last month than I would have liked to, because I had to get the startup costs with DRS up and running, but I do think it's a good long-term game plan. I did also change my commercial insurance at the same time, which did have another startup cost to it, because you got to put, I think it was 20% down on the new insurance policy. But that new insurance policy saved me something in the ballpark of $500 a month. So I bit 2 bullets last month, and hopefully in the long term it's going to play out better than my last setup. Insurance, without a question, is going to be better. I think it's absolutely bananas what I was paying for my commercial insurance before, but here we are. So I will do another video on the more specific to the business updates. I know this is business related, but this is more like behind the scenes business stuff. I have booked a good handful of jobs. You know, it's hard to tell what is or isn't good, because you're always looking at these people on YouTube that are putting together 12-minute compilations, and you watch them drop 4 containers, and it just seems like they're nonstop every second of the day, moving and dropping and picking, and that's kind of not what's happening. You're just watching it condensed down into a shorter period of time, and these people have been doing it, generally speaking, for longer than you have. So I would say that I'm not quite at a livable wage yet, but I am at a healthy, I guess, startup, because I have watched some of the other guys. Now, granted, I'm in a much more condensed area, so some of these guys that I wouldn't say I'm comparing myself to, but I'm gauging myself against. Some of these guys live out in the middle of nowhere, really rural areas. I know one person in particular, I watched one of their financial videos the other day, and he had been in business, I think 6 or 7 months, and still had not booked the level of jobs and income that I have in my first 2 months. So that does tell me I'm getting off onto a decent foot for starting at 0. You know, I'm not someone who bought into a franchise, gets leads sent to them. I one day woke up, saw a YouTube video, shout out Jesse Mims, describing this business, and said, that's it, that's what I'm gonna do. So it was a lot of right place, right time, with the right capability all at once. But at the end of the day, I literally registered an LLC, bought some equipment, and said, let's go. So yeah, I'll do a financial breakdown, I think at the 90-day mark. I want to see what 90 days does before I put out too much financial information. But I did almost double income month over month, and that's a good indicator. I'm moving forward, I'm not staying the same. I'm, you know, finally getting that revenue coming in. I did land a contractor, or a roofer, sorry, and so far that's been going well. We've done 3 trailers on 2 jobs, and we're currently in the 2nd job. That one's gonna be another probably 2 trailers. I think it's gonna be a 3-trailer job. So in about a 2-week period, he'll have booked me 5 times, which is a good sign. That does show progress, because I wanna get in with some of these. Jesus. I don't know if you can see the guy behind me. That guy was driving a little crazy. I do wanna get in with some of these consistent job type people. On my way home from dropping that trailer, I got a call from another guy, said, hey, I'm new to the area. I am a general contractor, so I think he was doing a bathroom remodel is what he said. I'm a general contractor, new to the area. I need someone reliable, and we haven't officially booked the job yet, but he didn't bark at the price or anything. Said that's all good to go, and he's going to send me his information so I can invoice him and get that on the schedule for early next week. So assuming that all goes well, which I think it will, that means we'll have 2 hopefully repeat customer type contractor work moving forward. So hopefully those 2 stay busy. I know the roofer specifically is down about an hour and a half, 2 hours south of me, but he says he works the whole West Coast, roughly speaking. I doubt he goes much farther north than Tampa. He probably works the West Coast of Tampa south, because if you ever been to Tampa and drove north, ain't all that much up there. So yeah, we will see how that goes, and I'll put out another update video here soon, going a little more into the details on some of these jobs, and we'll go from there. Thank you for tuning in, and everybody have a good day.